Right, so track season's just around the corner, and our 2019 range of track and field spikes is now in from Adidas, Nike and Saucony. We've pretty much got every event covered in an affordable way that a young athlete can look towards and come in and have a look at the range. So if we start with the sprint spikes, we've got the Sprint Star from Adidas, and we've got the Rival S from Nike. And what these spikes have compared to your average spike is a slightly stiffer spike plate, so when you're pushing down with force into the track to create that sprinting speed, you're not going to lose any energy. And you've also got a slightly more reinforced material on the top to lock your foot down into the shoe. So these spikes are built for speed and for short duration activity, so ideal for 100 to 400 metres. Some of you would like to wear them on the long jump run up as well. Moving on to the other end of the scale, so we've got the distance spikes, always popular with the young athletes who are doing basically anything over 400 metres really. So we've got a really nice little all-round star from Adidas, which is a great spike from anybody who is size 1 to 6 UK. You can do pretty much anything in that, but it's built on the design of the Adidas Distance Star, which is probably one of our best-selling spikes each year. But the Distance Star is, versus the Sprint Star, much softer, so much more forgiving for those longer distances, a more aerated, meshy top for comfort. Still very, very lightweight, still enabling you to get up on your toes with a spike plate underneath that will give you some bounce back. But yeah, all about comfort and distances from 800 metres upwards for that one. Very similar design really with the Rival D from Nike. So full length foam for comfort and a slightly more meshy top to allow your foot to breathe over those longer distances. Also ideal for steeplechase, so it's not going to let the water stay in your shoe for too much longer after that water jump. So those two are ideal for the distance runners. And with those sort of events in mind, we've also got the Saucony Vendetta in men's and ladies' colours. Very similar design, nice and soft, but really, really lightweight for when you're doing some speed work and when you go for that PB. In the middle of those sets of spikes, so between sprinting and distance running, we've got the Rival M from Nike, which is, could be seen as middle distance, and also Nike sometimes put on their advertising it's a multi-use spike. So it's ideal for those sprinters who want to do some longer reps in training and they know that there's going to be time to time they're going to put their heel down, and the Rival S and the more specific sprint spikes probably haven't got the cushioning. You've got slightly more reinforced top versus the Rival D, so it will lock your foot down more effectively than a distance spike, but you haven't quite got that extra cushioning that some of the distance spikes have got. So like a halfway house between a sprint and a distance that you can also do the jumps in as well, and any multi-eventers that just want one spike for everything. That's a really good one to consider. So that's the Rival M. And then finally, we've got the two field event spikes from Adidas. So nice introductory spikes for the jumps and the throws. So from Adidas, we've got the Jump Star, which is, like I say, a nice introductory spike for triple jump, long jump, even pole vault, events like that, where you maybe, your young multi-eventers want a spike other than their track spike, but you don't want to go down the route of getting one different shoe for every single event you do. So really worth considering the Adidas Jump Star. Along the same lines, for the throws, you've got the Throw Star. So ideal for those who haven't quite perfected the rotational technique yet and need a little bit more grip underneath and a bit more durability from their throws. You could use that for other throws as well, shot put, discus, hammer, so on. So there you go, that's our 2019 range of spikes. Pop in or send us a message if you need any more specific information.